Well, I first learned about Navajo Ministries over 25 years ago when my husband Tim and I moved here to be youth pastors for what was then the exciting Tabernacle Baptist Church. And Tim would come and do some things with Jim Baker and the mission, that was Navajo Missions then. And just over the years, we have had a relationship with Jim and Kay. When we went to Vancouver, British Columbia to church plant, they came out there and shared the vision of Navajo Ministries with our people in Vancouver. And same when we went to San Diego, they came to our church and shared their vision. And so when we moved back to Farmington, I was offered a position in the school with Diane Hebard as a teacher's aide. Well, I've been in ministry with my husband for the past 26 years. And before then, even working in ministry, I was fortunate enough to grow up in a Christian home, and my parents believed that teaching your children to serve along with them was ideal. And so that's what we always did as a family. We served. And so going into ministry as a new wife, youth ministry was exciting time. And just over the years, we have enjoyed serving God. I can't imagine doing anything else with my life than that. Currently, with our children, we have 3 community homes that I oversee, as well as the adults of our staff. The vision of Navajo Ministries is to care for children while their families are not able to. And so there's extensive ministries that go on within the group of Navajo Ministries, but my part is with the children. And we love to see restoration in families. Sometimes that's not possible, and it's not the best course for the children, but my primary goal for these kids is to teach them that God loves them and has a plan for their life, regardless of where they're at or what situation they're in. Sharing the gospel is primary concern for Navajo Ministries. We have several different programs that do that. We have our Christmas Connection that goes out into the reservation at Christmas time, and not only do we share material things with the Navajos on the reservation, but we do share the gospel. That's a primary concern. Every day in our homes we have devotions to where we spend time teaching them about God's love. We want them to understand, for however long they're with us, that God loves them and that He does have a plan for their life and that He has created them and that they have value. And we also have the radio station, which is a great way to reach out to the Four Corners. My teenage daughters love listening to KNMI. They definitely have contemporary Christian music, which I enjoy. My daughters, I was cruising around town with them the other day. They were driving me, popped on the radio, and it was 88.9, and every song that came on they sang along to. And so I love that as a mom of teenagers, that they're listening to Christian music that's relevant to their lives. We have our pastor's prayer meetings twice a month. We have different things throughout the community. Good Friday prayer breakfast, just different things. Every week I meet with our staff and we do a time of reflection, and I bring some type of a lesson to them to where they can truly understand why we are doing what we're doing. Not just how we're going to do it, but why we're doing it. And this week we talked about when Jesus washed His disciples' feet and humbly serving. When we're serving these kids, we're humbly serving them. And I want to teach these children to humbly serve as well. And forgiveness. Jesus washed the feet of the man that had just sold Him to, the Pharisees. And He obviously had forgiveness. And so I want to teach these children that no matter the situation that they've come from, whether it's abuse, abandonment, both, that there is forgiveness in that. And someday I'm hoping that they will learn to serve. And that's what our staff really wants to communicate to them. God's love and serving forgiveness. There's several ways to support Navajo Ministries. Through prayer, which we do believe in the power of prayer around here. Through financial giving, it is very expensive to run 3 homes for 28 children. Anybody that has kids at home knows how expensive children are. And we want these kids to have as normal of life as possible. We want them to be able to participate in school activities and church activities and youth camps. And so it's very expensive, and so financial support's a big way. Volunteering. We have groups that come in during the summertime that volunteer, and our kids love it. They do VBSs out on the reservation. They do it here for our children. There's maintenance volunteering. These buildings always need work, it seems like. So there's several ways to volunteer, and you can always find out more things on our website as well. I do what I do because God called me when I was 14 years old. He called me. It was not, maybe you should go into ministry. It was, Kelly, this is what you are destined to do, is you are to go out and you're to serve me wherever I take you. And this is where He has me right now. And I know that serving Him is the greatest thing we could possibly do. And these children are so worth it. They have such value. And they have value to the ministry, and they have value to this community and to our nation. And that's why I do it, because God has said, this is what I want you to do at this point in your life. So that's what I do. The staff is great. I've appreciated, especially this year, there's been some tragedy in my life, and I have appreciated the staff here at Navajo Ministries. They have been supportive, they have been flexible with me, and it's been a great place to work. We have a school teacher in our school that is doing a fabulous job with our children. They are almost all up to grade level, which is an amazing feat for most of our kids that come in that are well below grade level. I love working with her. We have just an amazing support staff with our house parents and with our assistants and our ranch staff and then leadership staff. They are wonderful.